Hello, everyone. Good day to you. You are warmly welcome once again on this YouTube channel. And today we are so excited as we'll be discussing about an important question that most of the scholarships applicants, they always ask themselves. And the question of today, as you can see it here, I will read it. Can a student with a low grades in terms of GPA or CCGPA apply or win a scholarship? So this is the central question of our discussion today in this video. So can you get a scholarship? Can you apply and win a scholarship with a low grades? Is it possible? This is most of the disturbing question among prospective applicants. So actually, the answer for this question is simple. So the answer is yes. Whether you have that low grades, you can still apply and get the positive consideration for that particular scholarship or that particular college or school you are looking to apply. Now, the following are the steps to consider. So there are still important issues that to put into consideration in order to succeed your scholarship application while having low grades or low GPA or CCGPA. So this is what you are going to discuss here. Actually, you are going to dig deep to see what are the important things now to put into consideration. Before we continue, I would like to remind you, first of all, we have made a little adjustment on the name of our YouTube channel. So from nowadays, the name will stand as scholarships recipients. So this means if you aspire to achieve or to succeed your scholarship application, then this is the right place to be, because we are sharing different scholarships from across the world, from every corner of the world, the most latest scholarships and the most important information and techniques that will really simplify your scholarship application journey. Once again, there are still more scholarships that we have uploaded on this channel, we have discussed, so you can continue to explore them, to utilize the use of information here and get the benefit from this particular channel. So once again, please subscribe on this channel and share our YouTube channel link. Like if you have a question, you have comment, you have any query, please write in the comment section, and then we will try to our level best to respond, to assist you, for you to smoothly transition in your scholarship application process or any matters related to educational matter. So after that, let's go now and continue with our today's discussion. So as you might be aware, studying actually is expensive, and most of people, they will not be able to fund or to support themselves for their education, for their diploma studies, for their bachelor degree studies, for their masters, or for their PhD. So in that regard, scholarship is an important strategy or option that will really help most of people to realize their academic goals. So winning a scholarship can be a great way to fund your education and achieve your academic goals in that regard. And even if you have low grades or GPA, still you can win the scholarship. This is from the question of today. So be reminded once again, this discussion or these techniques we are discussing in this video, they are not only useful for those applicants who consider themselves to have low grades or low GPA. No, this information, they are very critical for every one of you, who is struggling, who is looking to apply for that particular school, for that particular university, for that particular college, for that particular scholarship. So please, let's go and try to learn together what it's going to entail in this discussion. So what do you do if you consider yourself to have a low grades, low GPA, or even if you have higher GPA? What should you consider in order to maximize your chance to achieve the scholarship or to win the scholarship? So here there are some important tips, techniques that you need to put into consideration. The number one tip is to do research, is to do search, to continue searching for scholarships. Now, what are the scholarships that you will continue searching? So first of all, you need to define what are your interests and what your skills, and you need to really remember your background. Because these are very important in order for you to narrow that scholarship search strategy. If you understand your interest, if you understand your skills, if you understand your background, then you will not be distracted alongside your application journey. So this is very important to remember. Then, for example, what is your interest? Are you interested in a let's say drugs development? Are you interested in let's say community development? Are you interested in let's say educating rural communities? Or are you passionate or interested in agricultural sustainability, food security? You see, are you interested in renewable energy? Are you interested in a marine biodiversity conservation? So you have to define your interest, because this will really help you to narrow your scholarship search. Then you have to understand your skills. What are your skills? Are you skilled in computer application? Are you skilled in let's say in data analysis, or in research skills in general? Then in these skills, you have to highlight what are your skills, because this will really help you out to narrow this here, and you will come out with a useful list that will really help you out in your application now. And be reminded, because we will keep sharing these scholarships here on this channel, so you can still come and explore and find the one that align with your interest, align with your skills, align with your background, just here on this YouTube channel. So you don't need to exhaust yourself. We are actually committed to do this for you. So what you need to do for your case, is to continue visiting this society every day, and to find the scholarship that interests you, that you matches your skills and match your background. Then you have to contact the school's financial aid office. In some cases, you should contact the responsible person in the financial office to inquire about the funding option or funding strategy that are available. Sometimes there are funding options at the particular college, at the particular school. There are grants, but sometimes they are not advertised, they are not posted, you see. So if you contact these people, you can really get the insight, you can really get the information on how you can fund, on how they can support your education journey. But also some community organization do support or do provide funding, and then you should explore an online scholarship databases. to get more scholarships that align within your interest, within your skills, and actually match your education background or work experience. So that was the number one. Now, number two, you should highlight your strength. Is very important because consider you have the low GPA or the low grades. Now, you should possess the extra strength. These strengths are the ones that will really help you stand out among the other applicants. So focus on your strength in your application, such as your extracurricular activities, your leadership experience. What are the extracurricular activities that you had the time to engage in, or you are engaging currently, or you are participating right now? So you have to really define these strengths from these activities. It might be leadership experience that you get, and actually a personal volunteer work achievement. What are the volunteer work achievements that you have developed? So then you have to highlight how these experiences have shaped your character, values, and career goals. So what's your career goals? Are you passionate to work as a community development officer, for instance, as your future career? So if your future career is community development officer, you probably in your personal volunteer work, you probably engage in activities in a local or community-based activities related to development, because that will really give you the skills and they will actually make you qualify for the particular scholarship that you are applying, which is related to community development, because it will really reflect your future career goal, but it will really match your volunteer work history that you had before. So you need to highlight these engagements and try to redefine how they shape your character, how they shape your values, and how they shape your career goals. Then another important technique is to learn how to write a strong essay. This is very critical, guys. As you might be aware, most of the scholarships, they will ask you, to write different essays, ranging from personal statement, motivation letter or motivation statement, statement of purpose, plan of study, statement of research interest, and many others. So try as much as possible to learn about it. There's a different types of essays and how they do differ from one another, so that if you are asked or if you are instructed to write one, then you write it perfectly. So your essay is a chance to show the scholarship committee who you are and why you deserve the scholarship. Be reminded, uh, writing a strong essay is actually the better way to convince the scholarship committee. That's why I insist, on learning these different types of the essay and write it perfectly to address how you are competent in a particular, field of study that you are applying. Be reminded, you should write a strong essay, a convincing essay, because while you're applying for school, you should write the strong essay that answers every question. You don't write the essay, that is still have some missing information and which bring even a confusion to the scholarship committee, because as you remember, you are not going there where you are applying for your scholarship. You are sending your essay, so you will need to be there, so you will be judged from the essay that you will write. So it's advised actually to write a very good and convincing essay, which will speak for you while you are absent while you are not there. So again, you should be honest in writing your essay. You don't just write the essay, putting even the information, putting even the qualification that you don't possess. No, that is not being honest. While writing the strong essay, you should be honest to make sure that every information that you include in the particular document, belongs to you, and you really possess that capability or that particular skill or that information you own. Actually, that information you include in your essay. So be honest, be thoughtful, be concise. Focus on your passion. Focus on your passion for learning. What is your passion for learning? What are you passionate about? And how the scholarship will help you achieve your academic and career goals. So this is very important, to link your passion and to link the scholarship, with your academic and career goals. If you write a good and a strong essay, then you have a great chance, to stand out and win the particular scholarship. And the next is get the letters of the recommendation. So where do you get the letter of recommendation? The letter of recommendation might come from your former professor, former lecturer at your former school or former college or university. It might come from your former work supervisor or volunteers supervisor, where you participated volunteer activities. So these people should do a recommendation, should write a letter explaining your capacity, your ability in a different area, from the class context up to the community level. So as key teachers, mentors might be teachers, mentors, might be lecturers, we put here earlier, it might be lecturers, lecturers. So lecturers and no, it's not here. It's not here. Sorry a bit. So you have to ask your teacher, to ask your lecturer. This should be here. Lecturers, mentors, and the employers or your work supervisor to write a letter of recommendation. So it's not just writing a letter of recommendation, and this has been a very long problem for most of the applicants. I tell you one of the secrets: most of the applicants have been missing scholarship because of not having a good recommendation letter. So please, once again, you should know who is your recommenders. You should have that positive relationship with your recommenders, for them to know you very well and for them to write a good recommendation letter for you. So they should highlight the letter that highlight your strength. So they have to highlight what are your strengths in that particular letter, and the potential. What is your potential? So they don't just write a letter. No, it's actually a letter with a good structure and with a good and relevant information for you. So choose people who knows you. Choose people who knows you well and can speak to your character. Work ethic, and academic potential. Now here is where most of time when when I'm discussing with the prospective applicant, with the student, I like to advise them, to build a close relationship with their lecturer, with their boss, with their employer, with their mentors, because a good relationship, a close relationship now can influence, a very convincing letter of recommendation, because they know you very well in different perspectives, because you are very close, you have that positive relationship. Then it's easy for them to write a perfect recommendation letter for you guys. So consider to build a strong relationship with your lecturer, for those of you who are still at college and who are looking to apply for scholarships, not just only for scholarships. Even if you are looking to apply for a job or for work, still you need a recommendation from your former teacher, former lecturer. So it's very important to establish that kind of positive or close relationship for them to actually write you a good recommendation letter. And we have the testimony. Most of people, they have been not submitting their scholarship on time because of not having the recommendation letter, probably because of their recommenders, of their teachers, lecturers, not to respond to send the particular document to the particular scholarship or school on time. So in order to avoid these things, that they will delay your application process, building a close and positive relationship is a central key for you to succeed in your application process. But be reminded also, your recommendation letter should explain your character, your work ethics, and actually, and the academic potential. So you have to, for example, some of the scholarship will need you to go to ask a letter to your, to your recommender, and then you come and upload it by yourself. So make sure to share about your prospective recommender, in which angles you would like to, you like him to speak about you, especially those angles comes within your background and within your CV or within your resume that you really own. Because it happens sometimes, some student or some applicants, they miss a very good recommendation letter, but they still possess this important character. They still possess a good character. They possess work ethics and academic potential. But some of the recommenders, they don't include this information. Probably they are not aware. For some of them, when they are told to write a recommendation letter, they just write a recommendation letter which doesn't fit within these angles. So please, this is a essential point for a scholarship applicant. Now apply for multiple scholarships. All right, this is very important, guys. Be reminded, the scholarship application process is very competitive from across the world. There are a lot of pool of talented students applying different scholarships. So please, the only chance for you to win is to maximize application, to diversify application, to apply as much as scholarships as possible. So apply many scholarships so that you maximize your chance to win at least two. Don't limit yourself to one scholarship. Apply for as many scholarships as you can and tailor your application into each scholarship's requirements. So you have to do some sort of tailoring, not just write the general application. No, have to customize the particular each of the particular scholarship that you are applying. Now improve your GPA or your CCGPA or your grade. So how can you improve your GPA? Suppose you have the low grades, you have low GPA. You see, how can you improve that in order for you to maximize that chance to win the particular scholarship? So if possible, do a work. It might be a part-time work. It might be a kind of volunteer work. So do a work to improve your GPA. It might be online or offline. Nowadays, there are a lot of opportunities where you can work online or you can work offline. So try as much as possible to utilize all the possibilities to improve your GPA. You can also, yes, you can work or you can work to improve by taking additional classes. Yes, there are a lot of online courses that you can utilize, like using Coursera and many other, many other platform where you can, take some courses that will really give you skills or education to improve your GPA. But if possible, you can do retaking. You can do retaking of your courses or seeking tutoring. These are the options. Seeking tutors who can mentor you. These are some of the ways to improve your GPA or your grades. Because when you get these and you still have your low GPA, you can convince the admission committee, scholarship committee, or university or school admission committee. You can convince them that despite of having a low GPA, still you improved, you have the extra knowledge, you have the extra skills in your rated field. Some scholarships may have minimum GPA requirements, but many scholarship, be reminded, here, some scholarship will set the minimum GPA requirements, and if you don't have that, probably you are not qualified to submit your application. But many scholarships focus on the other criteria. So many of scholarship will focus on other criteria such as the financial need. So many of them will consider those who are in need of finance for them who cannot fund themselves. Community involvement. How far have you been involving in community-related activities? And what skills you have developed through your involvement? And what contributions would you like to make after you get the particular education or after you increase your knowledge and skill through further education or academic potential? So these are some of the criteria that are considered for other scholarships. So these are very important information that I wanted to share with you guys. And remember, winning a scholarship is competitive, okay? But with dedication. So you should have that kind of dedication of not giving up, and effort, then you can increase your chance of success. So get that dedication, get that effort in place, then you will increase your chance of success in your scholarship application journey. Hope guys this information is going to help you in your scholarship application journey, and hope you will succeed to get that particular scholarship. So please continue visiting on this site, because we will continue share the techniques, but most important, we will continue share the most latest scholarships. And this week we are sharing the scholarships from Chulalongkorn University in Thailand. So please visit here and find that opportunity, but also we'll be sharing about Queen Elizabeth Commonwealth Scholarship. So this week we'll be sharing a lot of scholarships from different areas. So please continue visiting here, continue exploring, utilizing the resources that we are sharing here for you to succeed. So good day.